Craig, a 3-2 victory over Boston United, which means we're in the first round proper of the Emirates FA Cup. Just sum up your feeling now.
Oh, it's unbelievable at minute in time. Just really is a special moment. It's hard to take in a minute. Obviously, we're only just 5-10 minutes after the game, but I'm just so glad. So proud for them. Players in there, they deserve this. The families deserve it. We always preach, about ourselves being collective. I look behind me. There's my kids are out on the pitch, players' kids are out on the pitch. That's what it's about, and it takes us into a special moment now. Being in the first round draw.
So with the circumstances of the whole match, it just seemed one thing after another. It was back and forth. Probably a sort of Craig Parry match in terms of how the game planned out. Just how much we've spoke about it for a few weeks now, but character, especially like that, just different characteristics of your side that are getting brought out each week. Just how good is it to see them put it when the backs are against it, or when they need to get into that next gear?
Yeah, it's togetherness and the fighters. You look at it from minute one when we go 1-0 down. Straight away, keep their heads. You could see them coming back to the halfway line, putting the ball back down on the spot, and they're together. They're not collapsing. They're together against an extremely good side. To come back and get his noses then in front twice, is great credit to them, and they deserve all the credit they get, today, tomorrow, and over the next coming week.
How much did they just need to keep going today? Obviously, they went behind, straight back into it. Obviously, the instant, and we hope all is okay on that, and a fantastic reaction from the likes of Jordan, from the players, the staff, everyone around to get that situation sorted. Then going ahead, 2-2, then the penalty, and then obviously the red card, which, depending on how you look at it, is very questionable. But just how proud are your players? Just almost.
Yeah, extremely proud of the players. The players know that. I've told them that in there. As a game, it's if you're a neutral and you played a ticket today for the game, you've certainly got your money's worth. It's had everything, absolutely everything. From going down, feeling down, to going up, to the dramatic incident in the pitch. And let me send my regards to the Boston fan. I really hope he's in good health, and I wish him all the best, him and his family. And I hope they're in extreme good care. And then for us to get his nose in front and then quickly lose the lead, and then for us to get into the lead again. So and then obviously adding top of that, Hamza gets sent off. I'm not sure it is a sending off, but he gets sent off. And then the last 15 minutes, we're down to 10 men, 10 behind the ball, a shape that's never been seen for us before in his life, and we throwing his bodies on his line and throwing bodies in ways of balls, in the last dying seconds. And isn't that what the FA Cup's about?
To delve more into goals, then that first equaliser, what a well-worked move it was for Hughes. Obviously the player came from Tez on that left-hand side through Josh. Then Jay did really well to keep hold of it, and then obviously Hughes does what he does.
Yeah, great goal. I think the calmness about it. I think we probably needed that first goal, because I think we were a little bit, with the crowd, the expectations, the game. I think we just, went a little bit too quick. The ball like an hot potato, and we probably needed the goal from them just to calm us down a little bit and just get on the ball and believe in ourselves, believe that we're a good side, we're good players, and that probably typifies the first goal. It's a well worked goal, it's a good pattern of play, there's overloads in there, and then a great finish by the big man at the end.
Obviously Alex will not get an easier goal all year, but just how good was it for him as well? We've talked about his confidence over the last few games, and now he's absolutely flying.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad he's got a goal, Alex. But I think the shift he's put in today at 90 minutes, we've given him a specific role, and his role today, we're actually taking away all his strengths. We selected him today to try and do a job on them, on a certain individual, and we thought it worked. We thought we got the best out of that side defensively. So for him to pick up a goal is a bonus for us. But he'll probably tell you he's putting it top corner, but I think it's the easiest goal he's ever going to get.
Tez then obviously got the eventual winner from the penalty spot, probably in the absence of Liam Hughes, who went off injured. But just how good was it to see Tez put it away and the fans be able to celebrate it?
Yeah, I was so confident. The way he grabbed the ball with Liam being off the pitch, I'm actually trying to work out, who's taken 2, 3 and 4, and he took. I think he would definitely been upset if I shouted on and took him off the penalty where he grabbed the ball, and the way he grabbed it and put it down with so much confidence. I just sat back and was relaxed because I know he was going to score, and he was clinical with it, and rounded off a great performance from him as well.
How did you see the differences then between the two sides? Obviously we had a bit of a glimpse of the National League North in when we played Blythe, but today it felt like a little bit of a different level from Boston. How do you feel like your side dealt with how they played?
I think we dealt with their strengths pretty well. We know, obviously being hybrid, they get it down and play because they've got plenty of time to train. They train a lot more than us. They've got a lot more opportunities to do that, and you can see they're a well-drilled side, and they'll do extremely well this year. But you know, we've had to adapt a little bit today, play a slightly different way, but not taking the philosophy away from what we're about as a side. And I thought we adapted well. And you know, overall of the game, if you go on chances, it's a pretty even game. I think we both got equal quality and matched each other up. We just got the little bit of luck in the end that takes us through.
So then it's going to be a tiny little ball with a number. Can't remember which number in all the excitement, but we'll say Worksop Town in the first round proper. Who are you wanting? What are you wanting? A league club, a big club here, away? What are you wanting?
My dream one is Barnsley away, Oakwell. Obviously it's a club that's close to my heart, and we live in Barnsley, and obviously to go there and have the experience of managing there and having my kids at the game to experience that would be an unbelievable experience. But do you know what? I'd like anyone, when you get to the first round, I think, you know, you're selfish in a way. You want one of the big hitters. You want a little bit of a trip on the road and probably experience something different that we may never ever get in our lives, you know, depending on what we do in football. So that would be my dream side of things. I'm sure everyone's got a different opinion. I'm sure every player in there has got a different opinion. You probably ask Green, he's probably saying Doncaster Rovers away. You know, all the players have probably got a different gig, but that would be mine. But you know, hopefully the Lord's with us and can deal me a little bit of luck and a little bit of fair play to get what I'd dream of, really.
So, funny enough, we returned to pitching in Northern Premier League Division, Premier Division action for the first time in what seems forever due to the cup competitions. But we've talked about welcome breaks from the league after a very intense start, but is it good to get back in there and some of the fans there getting back into league action with the visit at Bradford Park Avenue?
Yeah, I think first thing, Dev, let me go away and get drunk first. Let me get today out of the way and out of my system, and the weekend out of the way. But then we'll be back on next week focusing. The lads, I think, where today's game's gone, they'll have a little bit of a rest, and then we'll refocus, get them in probably late back into the week, and then focus what is his bread and butter, and that is doing extremely well in the league. And obviously it's a tough gig at home to Bradford Park Avenue, but you know, one we'll be well prepared for. You know, we've got a good squad, a good deep squad, and whatever side I put out there will be competitive to try and get the 3 points.
How important is it not to get carried away with like today's game or any of the results in the cup, because ultimately, like you said, the league is the bread and butter, and eventually we probably will go out of these competitions, so the league is the most important thing at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think it is important, but I also think that, you know, the players have got to enjoy this moment as well. These times don't come around very often, so I think we've got to enjoy this moment, like I said, over the next 24, 48 hours before we start resetting ourselves for the league. Don't get me wrong, we will be ready. I think you all know how I operate, obviously, since being here. The lads will be ready, but you know, it's I've got to give them the time now. I've got to give them the time to enjoy it together, enjoy it with the families, and have a great feeling around it.
Last one, just to reminisce and stay in the moment, and like you say, you could have a beer and smile in a second. Over 1,600 here today. Boston fans made it a great atmosphere as well as the Tigers fans, all in amongst each other. Very, very entertaining spectacle. How proud was you? Just did you have time to like reflect it all, being inside, looking around the ground, thinking, wow, this is what we want it to be more like?
Yeah, 100%. I think walking out at the beginning, my little boy's team, Gorba, were the mascots today, and it was a great moment for me just walking out and watching them be mascots. But walking out, seeing the kids there and seeing the crowd, you know, the large crowd that we got behind us and the experience, and you know, then eventually standing on the sideline with full packed capacity stadium. What better feeling, and may that continue, and let's keep developing the club, let's keep developing the town and the community, and hopefully, you know, that's what the sort of fans and fan base that we want to keep doing and generating, and hopefully keep putting smiles on the faces.
Have a great night, Craig.